I ventured out of the house today for the first time in a few days.
Congratulations.
I had two
Good for you.
interesting things that happened that I have to tell you about. One was that there was a small traffic jam that I was kind of stuck in, very small, but I rolled up through this little traffic jam, and there was an old man, probably 80 years old, who was being pulled or had been pulled over by like 3 unmarked cop cars. And I thought, as I rolled up and saw him in the car and the officer on the other side of the window, like on the passenger side talking to him, it's like, geez, this seems excessive. Poor old guy. Like he's just getting accosted by all these officers. That's no good. And I keep rolling along. And then behind the first unmarked car is a woman that looks a little bit like a prostitute, I think. And the rest of the police officers. And I went, oh, okay.
Sounds
like you figured it out.
It.
Yeah, that is a little insight into my neighborhood, so that's nice. The other thing, though, was that when I I went to the barbershop and I got to the parking lot, and I saw a car, and I had recently seen a stupid Reddit post. Someone had like spec'd the lowest model Lamborghini Urus you could. So basically, if you do it right, you can like get plastic fender flares and like non-door or non-color matched parts. Basically, like you can just cheapen it up. Not cheap, but you know what I mean. Sure as shit, in the parking lot near my barbershop that I go to is the most base model Lamborghini Urus I have ever seen. And a couple things that make that weird are it had like probably 20s on it, which looked tiny. Not like rally wheel tiny, but tiny. Again, plastic like fender flare pieces, no color matched like mirrors or anything, and it's white. And when I tell you that, you know that there's a Buick that looks a little bit like a Lamborghini Urus if you look at it just right. It's like the new
Enclave.
Buick Enclave.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've always thought that. And when I saw this thing, I went, oh my God.
Check out that Buick Enclave.
It looks...
It's the best looking
so...
Buick Enclave, worst looking Lamborghini.
I mean, I don't know. The proportions are so wonky. They're obnoxious and stupid looking when they're yellow or whatever, like which I see them pretty frequently as. Like that's not an uncommon sight, but in rental car spec white, they're weird. Like I just can't imagine that someone put that much money into the world and got that in return. It's very, very odd. So anyways, it's just Sean has been out in the world today. News.
There's certain cars that base models are like, that's kind of a cool spec. You're like, it's cool to see a poverty spec version of X, Y, and Z. But I feel like once you get into like the Ferrari and Lamborghini and those types of car, it just doesn't work. Then nobody ever intended for that. Nobody thought anybody was going to get one. They put the option up there as a joke, and then somebody bought it anyway, and they're like, oh no.
Yeah.
How do we make that?
Well, yeah, it's weird because like, I think it's because they're not regular cars. Like, so like a 911, even though a Carrera T is a like base model, it's not really. It's kind of special because it's a base model, and like that's always kind of been a thing. Like a stripped down 911 is really cool because it has all this, and like because it's a normal person on the street wouldn't be able to tell a difference between that and a GT3. They would just be like, oh, it's a Porsche. Great. Yeah. That is it. Like that Porsche has a wing. That Porsche does not. That's the difference. So for some reason that looks cool, but like stripped down, I hate those things, but stripped down Lamborghini Urus is silly.
Yeah.
Not fun silly.
Speaking of getting out in the world, I've been seeing more of the new buses, the V-dubs.
Oh, I've seen
the electric ones
around. They're really kind of cool.
I
like when I first saw the picture of it, I was like, I don't know. And now that I'm seeing them out driving around, I'm like, yeah, okay, I get it. I kind of like this
too.
Yeah.
They did kind of what the Volkswagen. I hate making this comparison because I kind of hate the new Beetle, right? Like, but I think it's just like
It
an
sucks,
age thing
yeah.
when it came out or whatever. But the new Beetle is like kind of weirdly regarded as one of the better retro modern car designs. And I think the bus, I see it and I go, oh, okay, well, yeah, they did it. They know what they're doing.
It's definitely better than the PT Cruiser.
Oh my God.
Yeah, or the HHR.
Or the HHR. Callbacks.
Update on
or the
that.
SSR.
I was listening to the Doug DeMuro podcast, and they were talking about the same thing that we talked about with the PT Cruiser versus HHR, panel versus panel.
Right.
And they were doing a little back and forth, and it turns out you could get an HHR SS panel.
See, I thought so.
Really?
Yeah, you were right.
Okay.
And I never fact-checked you or them, so well, who knows? But
they obviously listen to the podcast because...
This is low budget. Take everything we say with a grain of salt.
And a little lime.
Yeah, tastes better.
A little lime and a shot.
Well, on that, do you guys want some midsize truck news?
Yeah, we can jump straight into news on the Campfire Passport podcast.
Plow through.
I don't know if I can pull up a screen right now.
Can do it. Colin do it on one of his 6 screens?
Hold on.
Probably not, considering the way things have been going.
Too soon.
Don't touch it, Colin.
Yeah,
just don't touch it.
Fuck up, Sean. How dare you?
So I'll send it to Colin in the chat, and we'll talk about something else while we're doing it.
Okay, so while we're working through this technological issue, I could talk about how I fixed Anna's stereo. Because remember how I had put that new head unit in the Land Cruiser, the 100 series, and then did not realize that you had to do an amp bypass, and then found out very quickly after too long of trying to diagnose on why I was getting the alternator sound through it, that I was just overpowering the amp. So I finally dove into it, got it rewired, got the what is that, the 1020 wire? Is that what it is? You have the
9 wire?
9 wire. Thank you. The 9 wire, and rerouted it, put it up through the dash, underneath the carpet, and to the amp. But while I was doing it, because most people just cut all the wires to the amp and bypass the sub and just get rid of everything, what I did is I actually just took off the wires that go out of the amp to the speaker, taped those up on the amp side, and then wired in the speaker. So I still have the sub in the back.
Oh, you left it on the factory amp?
Yeah.
Nice.
I was pretty proud of that.
Nice. And it works fine?
Yeah, it works fine.
Nice.
So
that's right.
I mean, you can't control the sub from the head unit, but it's still getting the input from the head unit. It's just not giving output to the speakers.
Yeah.
But the hard thing about that is after I got done and started putting things back together, I was doing some testing, and then I sat in the truck to kind of listen to it and realized, I'm like, well, shit, driver's side door isn't working. Like, driver's side front door is not working. And so I started second guessing all my work, going through, checking all my solder joints and like monkey fiddling, and then realized after getting out my resistant or my multimeter and checking resistance, that somewhere in the door there was a break.
Oh.
So it took me like an hour to figure out that I just had to pull a new wire through the grommet in the door.
You've never had a front speaker for how long, but then now you're working on stuff, you just notice it. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, it's also I don't drive it. That's the part of the problem.
Yeah.
It's Anna drives it all the time.
That's the same thing. This morning, Haley texted me. She goes, "Hey, the Tahoe has a tick. I've never noticed this before." And I'm like, well, just send me a picture of the oil pressure gauge. And it's, 190,000 mile Tahoe. It sits right around 25 to 30 pounds of oil pressure when warm at idle, which is fine. It goes up to 45, 50 when she's driving, and it's just fine. It's not great, but it's a high mileage LS. It'll probably be like that for the next 150,000 miles. So I'm like, okay, I don't care. I was like, send me a video of the tick. And she goes, well, it's gone now that it warmed up. And I said, okay, so that's it. That's the exhaust manifold that has a broken stud that I told you about, like when we bought the truck. I said, it'll always tick when it's cold. She goes, oh, well, I've just never noticed it. And I said, well, I love you. When you start a vehicle, you should let it warm up for a moment and then turn on the radio and then drive away. What happens regularly is you start it, it ticks while you drive away, and Pink Pony Club plays at full volume. And you just don't hear it. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it, but I don't think you hear it. And she goes, no, it's been doing this the whole time. And I was like, yep. So now it's going to be once the Jeep is fixed, it will be in the garage. And I'll do those studs on those exhaust manifolds, which will suck, but they're not that bad.
Yeah, I got an exhaust test.
Yeah.
Hey. Way to go, Chapel.
Right away.
Anna's got an exhaust leak too in the head. So classic 100 series crap.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, also, update from the episode where you guys had me working on the front end of the Land Cruiser.
That was a good episode, by the way.
I got the front done. That solved half of the problem. So the rear also has some warped rotors or wheel bearings or. So I'm still getting a vibration from the rear when I brake, but it's half as bad. So
sounds good.
Solved half the problem.
It's also half as good.
Mm-hmm. Just turn up Chapel and don't just ignore it.
Could it be diff bushings? Because it doesn't have a solid center diff, right? And it wouldn't work like a solid axle. Because I'm thinking
solid axle
braking,
in the rear.
It's moving. Oh, it's solid in the rear. Why did I think they were? I don't know. Anyway,
I couldn't tell you.
Not a Montero.
I couldn't tell you why. Yes.
Anyway,
not a third gen Montero, guys.
So could it be that when you're braking, the drive shaft angle is changing?
I mean, it could also be haunted, but I don't think that's the case.
Ooh.
Oh, it's haunted. All my cars are haunted.
I've had this issue recently.
Oh, okay, this is coming from somewhere.
Yeah,
we're just blindly saying stuff.
Yep.
Okay.
I had this issue recently, where under braking, the drive shaft angle changes enough that it is making a vibration in the drive shaft. So anyway, just something that I have had as an issue.
I'll check that. Because, I mean, it is linked. So the link bushings could be going bad and allowing the axle to rotate a little bit.
I've also lost a bolt in one of the calipers and had a similar issue, but it made a lot more noise and it was a lot worse. So I wouldn't.
Yeah, it sounds like I would notice that a lot faster. This is not that bad. Not that bad.
I don't think that you would like it, and it only happens sometimes, which was cool. That was on the red JK a long time back.
I do have another note to circle back on from a previous podcast.
Oh, go for it.
More corrections.
Wow. Just
this episode, Jesse corrects everything. Yeah.
No, I'm not correcting anything. I just thought our conversation that I stayed out of on the last time the four of us were together was the doubler and torque conversation.
Oh, yeah.
This was mainly Mike and Colin talking. Actually, not just mainly, it was.
And we're the only two. We're the only two that can actually look directly at each other.
I calmly backed out of that one as well. I did not want to add any fuel to this fire.
So I thought about it more, and I kind of think that both of you have the concept correct. I think Colin's a little more right, because Mike, if I remember right, you were saying that it increases the torque to your wheels.
Yes.
I think the best way to say it is that with a doubler, you more effectively transfer the existing torque in your vehicle to the wheels.
Well, that's a mechanical advantage. So it
doesn't
transfer the torque you have.
A mechanical advantage of the torque.
Right. So there's more.
It's not
that wheel has more torque than it did before because it's mechanically
utilizing less torque to make that wheel work
from the motor,
as if it has more torque.
Right. There's less torque from the motor required to turn that wheel in the same way. But that wheel has more torque as it rotates. It is putting more torque on the ground than it would have if it did not have the gears or the mechanical advantage.
Oh, I'm really glad I brought this back up.
It's a good discussion.
We need a mechanical engineer on this podcast.
No, what we need is Casey. What we need is Casey Burgum.
I love
that
Casey.
guy. Would immediately put.
What do you got against mechanical
place.
engineers, Jesse?
Yeah,
nothing. I almost was an ME, then decided that nuclear radiation or radiation health physics was better. So
if you put a vehicle on a dyno with a doubler and ran it without the doubler and ran it with the doubler, which number would have a higher torque value?
It would more effectively represent the actual torque from the output of the motor with the doubler.
That's not true. That's not true, because if you put an engine on an engine dyno, you would have the same number, and if you put a doubler behind it and put it to the ground, you would have a higher number. You would have more torque at the wheels because you have doubled the torque output with your doubler. It's a mechanical advantage. You can spin two gears together, and when you put a bicycle on, let's say, and you have the right gear setup, you put more power than your legs are creating to the ground because you have a mechanical advantage built into that gear system. That's why gears
You could look
gears.
at it like the difference between like a fixie and a bike with multiple gears.
Right. So you're creating a mechanical advantage by utilizing gearing to create available power. That only matters at the point of traction, which is very tiring.
You're also going to be more prone to so I guess an easy way to think about it for me is like, okay, if you get a tire, like a front tire pinched, you're going to snap an axle shaft faster if you try to drop the clutch to get out of it, which you should never do. But like, let's say you dropped your clutch.
We're talking about driving
with a
style
doubler.
now, though.
I know. But if you dropped your clutch with a doubler versus dropping your clutch without a doubler, you're going to kill the motor without a doubler. You're going to snap a shaft with a doubler.
Yeah, that's because there's more torque at the wheel. You just proved Mike's point.
There's more torque. Yeah,
I will. I don't want to get in. I don't know. I'm not a mechanical engineer. I know a thing or two about engines and drivetrains and dynos. And if you change a diff gear or a final drive in a dyno, it will alter torque and horsepower. Torque specifically, which will affect the horsepower number. So I don't know if that's a 2-to-1 kind of ratio when we're talking about a transfer case doubler like that, but it will increase the torque that it is applied to the dyno, which is measuring the force through the drivetrain from the engine. So in that sense, that notion is 100% accurate. I think that I might have said this last time, but I think that where it gets a little in the weeds is that because of that, just like if you ride a bike with different gearing, it takes less effort to make more torque, which has less strain on the components inside.
Yeah.
So like if we're saying it makes, I'm just going to use silly numbers that mean nothing. I just want to say that I'm not suggesting these are the numbers, but if a Toyota like Jesse's put
1,000 horsepower.
I like going in thousands.
Let's take off a couple zeros there, buddy.
110
horsepower.
10 horsepower. That seems fair.
Yeah. 100
if there are 40 squirrels
in, with high range, and then in low range, it maybe made 150 pound-feet of torque, and then with a 4-to-1 gear ratio or whatever, I don't remember what the double thing would be, like 12 something to 1. Whatever it is, that's going to increase every time. And I don't know the math for how that increases, but that same engine, the same little 100 foot-pound of torque, maybe, through a direct drive is making the same power, but the drivetrain is reducing that down into a much higher torque number because it is now has the force to turn that differently. And so in theory, there should be less stress is the word, I guess, on all of the things in the middle. That was a really long pause.
Right?
Wow.
It's definitely less stress on your clutch, because I know that if I try to drive in two-wheel high, I slip my clutch.
Yeah, and that's because that has no mechanical advantage at that point to your engine. The things that our gears are doing is helping the engine essentially not work as hard, right?
Yeah.
And so
you're effectively using the power that it has to either A, amplify it by mechanical means, or make it easier on it.
Yeah, I was saying at that point, though, originally, because I agree with Colin, I think that in my head, you're talking more about like driving style. If you have worse gearing, you're going to hit things. You're not going to be able to crawl slow. You're going to end up more likely to break things. Because I agree with you there. However, functionally, if you have a tire pinched and you have higher gearing, you have less power at that pinched tire, and therefore your shafts are under less overall stress because you just can't do it with a 100 horsepower Toyota, which is probably 90.
We're double digits here, buddy.
Yeah, but then if it's pinched and you have the ability to now transfer all of that power to the space, there is more torque on that thing that is pinched and cannot move, and therefore it is more likely to break. Because like Jesse's truck with 410 gears wouldn't ever break anything because he'd never go anywhere because you couldn't climb any rocks because everything would be toast.
But the mechanical advantage works both directions.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying. It puts less stress on components when putting that torque, while being able to push that torque forward.
I think
that is how portals work. Like they have a reduction in them, which then decreases the stress on the axle shafts themselves.
They protect the components ahead of them, though, is the bigger thing. So while I agree with you that is the point there, they're protecting. They're taking the strain to protect the component ahead, to take the strain to protect the component ahead, and they're not taking the strain as a strength thing. They're taking it as a mechanical advantage, utilizing the gears to change the amount of effort needed here versus effort output here. So I think we all agree. I think we agree. We're just saying the same thing different ways on different sides. No, we don't agree.
This is not what this is for.
I do like the way you put that, Mike, because like it's
so here's
everything.
Whoa, where'd that go?
Oh, okay,
we've got props.
So I like the way you say this. It's taking stress off everything pre it.
Yeah.
So everything pre the doubler is getting less stress on it, but everything after the doubler is getting harder. But like if you put portals on, everything pre-portal is getting easier. Everything after portal is getting harder. But that may be why a portal is can be a more effective use of doing gear reduction, because now you're putting the only part, the hardest working part is right there at the end of the portal, not
I think
after and in the axle.
I think part of this is there's got to be math here that dispels this or proves this very easily that we do not know.
And we're not going to do it. There's 0% chance any of us are doing any math.
But what
somebody write in.
Yeah. What I'm going to say.
No, I'm very excited for the comments on this. Yeah, somebody's going to set us straight.
What I want to say though, in that regard, that I cannot do, is that max effort at 1-to-1 100 pound-feet of torque is what it would take to, let's say, break this axle. But max effort is not ever going to happen in the double low
513 geared,
whatever, like that. Just you're never using 100% or very ever. I mean, you would be so far away from it most of the time. Like I think that's where the stress thing changes. There's got to be some way to like quantify that, but like it's not like 100% to 100%. So like right. I think that's where that comes in.
Except most Toyota guys that are on the rev limiter bouncing up the rocks regularly. Those guys, but they're
even
different.
That is not.
They're
but even that,
breed.
if you think about it, is not 100%, right? Because they're not stuck. So that's such a rare occurrence that like
they're spinning.
I think that the mechanical advantage does work on both ends of that, and it is different on both ends of it, but it's not a 1-to-1 ratio, and it's such an extreme case of how that would work that I don't think it's. I think it's just kind of. I think there's way too many questions there. It's not that simple, is what I'm saying.
We
That
need
makes sense?
what is that? What's that engineering guy that does
Engineering
automotive
Explained.
stuff? Engineering Explained. We need to get him on the podcast.
I bet they've got.
I bet he would walk us all the way through this, and it would take the whole podcast. But I would enjoy every minute of it.
I probably sleep.
So also, I have one more thing.
I'm holding it. I'm holding a thing. I held it up. I've held it up twice, and it's heavy.
So remember how we were talking about Brown's Camp and some of the damage that happened, and that I had thought my cross member had.
You found more?
Or sorry, yeah, no, I didn't find more. I found a picture I had taken from underneath the truck for that Extreme Off-Road article that Ken wrote.
Oh yeah,
Extreme with an X.
Yeah, Extreme with an X. My transmission cross member was broken after Rubicon before Browns.
Oh, okay.
So
pre-existing
correction.
damage.
I did not do that at Browns Camp.
So Jesse's got 3 corrections. I'm going to do an update. So you know how my Jeep had that bad rattling noise that we could never find, and I thought it was the bearing?
Yep. This was the perfectly rebuilt transmission?
No, I never said perfectly, but freshly.
Freshly rebuilt.
Lots of silicone, that's what I remember.
So much silicone. And
Yeah.
all the yellow metal is new, which is nice. What's not nice is that third gear got wrecked. Third gear worked perfectly fine. I never had any issues with it. It functioned exactly like it was supposed to. It is missing 1, 2 teeth completely, 3, 4, 5, 6 more half teeth. So this thing I have no idea how it was able to function fine, so thrashed. But I have ordered a new input shaft for the transmission and a brass bushing to get rid of that roller system that isn't working well anyway and didn't fit very well. So I will put my bushing in, put the new transmission piece there in, and should be able to figure out what else is broken next. Ideally, I can get it out on a trail and see what I can do. Like I said, it's got a lunchbox locker in the front, and it's got a limited slip in the rear. It's a Dana 44 rear and a high pinion 30 front, so it should be plenty okay for the 33-inch tires it's got. The only real question is there is a little bit of beat on the internals of that limited slip in the rear, and I just kind of sent it. There's no metal chunks or anything in there, but we'll see what happens. Tyson's going to put the transmission back together once all the parts show up. Which means that I can't do it wrong.
So there was nothing else in the transmission?
No, everything else looks great. Tyson said it looked really good other than the one thing that was missing teeth. And I found this. So this is how I found it, right? I put the transmission in the back of the truck, and I was going to bring it to a transmission shop and just be like, hey, can you guys, figure out what's going on with it? I'm finally going to do that. It's time to do it. I'm going to make it happen. I took it to a transmission shop, and they're like, it's going to be 3 weeks. And I was like, well, that sounds terrible. And so I had it in the back of the truck, and I was talking to Tyson, and he's like, oh, well, we could take a look at it. And I went to open the back of the truck to look at it, and the strap had slipped off, and it had rolled upside down. And I had already drained it all the way. There's no oil or anything in the back of the truck. But small chunks of gear were left, like, half-inch long chunks of that third gear were now sitting in the bed of my truck on the cardboard that I had the transmission on. And I'm like, that's not good.
Oh my God.
That's not good at all. So my transmission being able to roll over in the back of my truck showed us that we had a bigger problem than we thought. But luckily, it's like $150, including shipping, to replace that piece. And it slides right on the end. It doesn't require you to take anything else further apart. We will have to take the gears, or we will have to pull the bearing off of this and put it on the new one. But should be good to go from there.
So why is changing the input shaft just because, or is something wrong with it?
Third gear is attached primarily to the input shaft.
Okay. Yeah. It doesn't separate at all. Got it.
Nope. So
interesting. Well, that's definitely why that pilot bearing looked like it did.
Yeah.
Because that thing was moving around like crazy.
Yeah. It was wandering quite a bit. So
this is one of my favorite things. You're not sure if that is the problem, but that is a problem.
A problem, yeah. It is. It isn't fixed, but it's different.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna pull the pilot bearing I have in there. Wasn't bad when I pulled the transmission out, but it doesn't look good.
I think you showed me that when I was in town.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and swap it out. The bushing is the right thing. It's the right size for this transmission. It fits. It will wear instead of explode someday. So if it has problems, it won't just be gone. It will, slowly get worse, which is a thing that I can handle. So
yeah,
you just turn up the music louder.
Right? That's right.
So that's the end of my stuff here. Okay, here is the Midsize Truck Podcast. Do you guys love Roush performance parts? I mean, who doesn't, right? So Nissan took a dying company and they found a parts provider that mostly makes bad F-150s. And they said, you know what? We're going to put these two things together.
Wow,
and we're going to do a 2-inch lift. That's it. It's just a 2-inch lift and some tuned shocks for the Nissan Frontier Pro 4X R.
Can I?
Hollands.
Can I? Yeah, I was gonna say I'm not trying to stick up for Nissan
parts
here, but that is like the best kind of shock you can buy.
Yes, but it's tuned by a company that makes really ugly F-150s.
That company also puts badass superchargers on ugly F-150s and ugly Mustangs, and that's quite an impressive motorsport program.
I'm with you, but I've never liked their truck stuff.
That's fair. That's fair.
Their off-road truck stuff specifically. They have some cool.
It's only a $4,395 package,
which is
that kind of seems
some shocks, and it's a 2-inch lift, some shocks, and they've got special colored wheels, and then
R badges on the center caps, and of course in the seats.
Is there any orange in there?
If you think about it,
no. Oddly enough, I did not see any.
I bet you that they're orange inside, but there's no interior pictures. But
I didn't see anything.
Oh yeah, I see it right there.
Orange inside.
Well, there's some.
This too.
I guess there's orange on the upper control arm there. Yeah,
I bet. So in the defense of the cost, $4,390, so $4,400. Could you go to a local shop and get a comparable lift for $4,400?
Yeah, probably
on a Nissan Frontier.
Probably, yeah.
But
it'll be pretty dang close.
Yeah.
So I mean, if that's actually in Nissan's defense, not a bad price tag for doing it.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm defending the Frontier and Roush here, but I saw this, and I saw it from the other side. I saw it from the Roush side and went, what in the fuck is going on here?
That's why I called Nissan a dying company first, all right? I didn't start. Neither of them are getting praised.
But then I started reading it, and I was like, well, man, okay, I guess. Like,
it just doesn't make sense to me, I guess, because you get...
No, it makes almost none. But
yeah.
But here's the thing. If we're talking about Roush and off-road, and I think of the silly street truck F-150s
with the dumb nose thing, like the into the hood,
not the just street. Sorry, I said street truck. I mean off-road truck. The F-150s that are off-road in quotes that they're doing, they're a swing and miss. Now, I think they're a swing and a miss for me, but 50-year-old dudes in Texas love them. So that's fine. There's an ass for every seat, right?
That's fair.
But this might be the best Frontier I've ever seen, like factory fresh new. And I don't know how it took Roush to make me like one this much, but like, there it is.
Oh, see, I don't think it's, I never disliked them. It has the Pro 4X package, so it's going to have a rear locker.
So it has the rear.
And but it already had like, I think the Pro 4X package had Bilstein before?
Yeah, I think so.
Or it had some upgraded shocks already.
Somebody tell me what it costs to do an AEV Bison, like not the whatever the first level package is, the one that's like bumpers and wheels and suspension. Like it's way more than $4,500.
Yes,
but you get I was about to say
you get way more than this though.
But
that's what
the TRD
I just don't think they went far enough. If you were gonna if you're gonna try and make a Roush package, and it's a couple of stickers and some letters on the seat, and a 2-inch lift, that's not enough. It's also, I don't think they're wrong. I mean, any truck with a 2-inch lift and a little bit bigger tire is going to look a little better, and that's fine. But like the AEV stuff is skids. It is bigger fender wells, and you can fit larger tires from the factory, and it's got bumpers that are winch capable, and it's got water storage in the bumper. For some reason, that seems to be a popular thing with them. There's all kinds of different things that you get out of it. It's more, and it costs more.
It's cushion for the pushing, Mike.
It costs more, but you get more. This is just like, hey, Roush, send one of your interns over and have them bring some shocks, and then you're like, cool, and now we're done.
Yeah.
So this reminds me of what like the TRD Pro would be.
Yeah.
Well, it is, because the Pro 4X is their version of the TRD Pro, basically.
Yeah. So it's got a 2-inch lift and a rear locker, and it doesn't have stupid fucking seats in it.
But
that have shocks on it.
It
doesn't have
the Pro 4X is already
it's got an R
less
into it.
less stupid seats. Let's put it that way. Is that better?
And for comparative reasons here, Dobinson's 2-inch IMS kit, which is springs front and rear plus shocks.
Yep.
I think
2225.
I think we got to.
But that is that's parts only.
So half. Yes.
I think you got to compare it to at least an Icon, like a mid-level Icon or a King, because the shock is not. That's not the same. Even
okay.
It's not a remote. Well, it is a remote reservoir. Sorry. This is more like you can't compare that kit to like a Multimatic on a ZR2 because it's technologically much more advanced. Even so, that's what it's doing. That's the difference. I still. It doesn't have a lot going on. I 100% will.
It just seems like
we all agree on that. It's just. It's an unfair comparison to go to the ZR2 because, well, number one, I think objectively we can all say that the ZR2 is the best mid-size off-road truck off the lot. Like, does anybody disagree?
Probably.
People would argue Gladiator.
Well,
Gladiator,
I think
if you're not a Jeep person, then
I think objectively.
Is he going to get chicken nuggets?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Did we make him mad?
I think he got mad and had to go pee or get chicken nuggets.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, he just slammed the
You guys want to see a bad van while we wait for Mike?
Sure, why not?
A bad man?
Bad van.
A bad man?
Bad van man?
That's a bad van, man.
Okay. Here we go.
If there wasn't an emergency.
There you go.
There's an Eibach kit for $1,400 with reservoir shocks on the back.
The Tate tank.
T8 tank. That's not a good looking van.
No, it's not. It's got the dumb little Euro taillights. It's
Taint
completely
tank?
Yeah. I think they meant taint tank, but they missed an N.
Tank to me.
That Steelers plate is a nice addition. Real classy.
Well, yeah, because he's got his real license plate on the bumper.
Can we also note
got a license plate tub.
The rear door is
door's popped open,
not all the way closed.
Mm-hmm.
It is fully bedlined.
Yeah, that's a
has how much fucking metal on the outside of it?
Is that a red spider on the diff cover?
Yeah, I think it is. Good
big
eye.
Red spider.
That's an eagle on
Oh yeah, that's a big red spider.
Yeah, and that is
good
diff protection.
Yeah, it's armor.
Yeah. Huh.
This is something Anna just texted.
Spider, by the way.
Anna just texted me this, and I was like, "Oh, cool! This is a perfect bad van to show everybody."
Oh, you zoomed in, and I can see the trash room. It's camouflaged. I couldn't even tell.
Oh God, Lord! You couldn't tell the urban camo against the black.
Yeah,
I like the. What is it?
It's urban camo. They're in the urban.
Oh, that's something.
It's not good. It is not good at all.
Not good.
All right, that's my bad van.
Well. I think we can probably move off the Boar Frontier. That was a good thing to bring, Mike. I want to keep covering that. Let's follow this story.
Yeah, we're gonna see how it goes. I want to know.
Let's see what the interior looks like.
I'll find sales numbers shortly. Pre-orders. See what we got.
All right. So
maybe I'm way off base. Maybe people are gonna love it.
Yeah. So in other Nissan news, last time we were on the podcast, I believe I started talking about the Infiniti QX80 that was so much better than the Nissan, whatever the Armada thing was. They unveiled 2 versions of it now. So this is the Trail, I think, Terrain.
Is that a
Terrain.
cyber tent?
I don't know if that's maybe.
It's a cyber tent on top.
Yeah. Anyways, it's an off-road looking QX80, which I'm sure is going to be $1 bajillion if it comes out, and it still looks considerably better than the Nismo Armada.
Yeah.
Yep. It's the lights, I think.
It's got some funkiness to it, but
this thing looks tough, though. I'm into the street version of it.
That's got Rover Sport.
I was just about to say, it kind of reminds me of a Rover.
The vibes, yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, that is funny. Scroll back down where
So does that one.
It's got Tesla door handles. Is what it's got.
Yeah.
Stupid fucking push it out to pull it out.
That looks more Tesla.
I'm wondering if these little flare bits can be pulled off so that you can
have exposed holes.
Have a little bit bigger tire without actually needing to
trim.
Cut anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it looks like a 35 kind of by the render here. So
35 on 20s.
Last time we argued about pictures of tires, you were so wrong, Sean.
I was. You're right.
It was a Jeep Wagoneer.
These are actually 42s. So.
Yeah, I believe that one.
I think 33s to 35s, depending on the wheel size. Because if those are 20s, those are 35s. If they're 18s, they're probably 33s.
Yeah.
It does look like a 3318. But yeah, we've already hashed this out on a previous podcast. If you want to go back, listen to the Would You Rather about a red Jeep Wagoneer.
Okay.
Okay. Well, moving right along. Mike, did you have anything other than the Frontier?
No, that was my whole news. I thought we would have a good mid-size truck podcast.
That was good.
Moment.
That was good.
You came in hot with that.
You did. I really liked it.
I wanted to start with an opinion and then go from there.
Man, it was an opinion.
So, more rumor about the $30,000 hybrid Toyota truck. So this time comes with a little rendering. Of course, it's ugly. It's going to be ugly.
Yep.
There's no doubt about it. Even I imagine whenever this shakes out, if it does, it'll be more attractive than this in person. But I'm not anticipating a beautiful vehicle here.
Are you sure about that? Have you seen what Toyota has done to their vehicles lately?
I thought that about the 4Runner, and then every time I see him in person, I'm still not a fan.
I'm still better in person on the 4Runner, but I still don't love it. So anyways, rumors still around. Motor Trend's reporting that it has been all but confirmed, basically, by the North American head of planning and strategy at Toyota. It's not a matter of if, but when. So kind of cool. I don't know. Who knows? This is the RAV4. They're talking about the powertrain potentially being from the RAV4. Looks better from the side. It's no Kia Tasman, but
the Tasman is cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dig the Tasman.
Yeah.
In the same token, didn't Ford say they're going to build an electric truck in the $30,000 range?
Yes, they are. They actually referenced that in that article, and it's that's such a weird spot right now because Slate had to raise their price already, and then it's
how much? I did not see that.
I think they went from 20 to 30 or 20 to 25 or something like that. But the catch is all of their subsidies are going to go away. And the demand, unfortunately, I'm going to be generous and say plateaued. So I don't know. It's a weird spot for electric cars right now. I don't know what happens there. I don't know if I don't know. I don't want to make too many bold assumptions, I guess, but
that's what this podcast is for. You should boldly claim something with no facts or data, and then Jesse can correct us later.
Oh, yeah, a couple episodes later.
Jesse's correction moment.
No, God.
I like it.
You don't want me to correct you because I'm still incorrect.
I want you to make shit up in your correction moment and just start spouting it as fact still.
Perfect. I can do that.
That's funny.
I don't want you to do any more research than we did to make the incorrect statement.
Perfect.
I think that's a good idea. Well,
yeah. So Ford's saying it's going to be lighter and have medium range, but they said the same thing about the Lightning, that it was going to be way cheaper, and it generally wasn't.
Sure was not. Yeah, and then they had to give them all away at the end. So I guess they still make it, but I don't know. I think
still better than a Cybertruck.
Oh my God, so much better. Jesus,
God.
Name one car worse than a Cybertruck.
Exactly.
Pontiac Aztec?
Might be hard pressed.
Can we? I don't know.
SSR.
The Aztec is coming back. People are starting to dig them. There was a Aztec rally race on the O'Reilly Auto Parts channel or something. They had.
That's Pontiac Vibe. That's the Vibe.
Is that Pontiac Vibes?
Yeah.
I thought they were Aztecs.
No, Tate's
Good
doing
vibes.
that. It's like a conjoined thing with O'Reilly sponsors it, but I'm pretty sure like Tate started it, but it's a Pontiac Vibe is what he drives.
Gonna do a Freedom Factory situation there.
I mean, honestly, I'm not as offended by the Aztec as a lot of people are. I'm not saying that they were a good car.
I'm gonna just pause.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna make a correction to
I'm not
Jesse.
so offended by them.
Right there. Hold on. O'Reilly's Auto Parts, Pontiac Aztec racing in the desert.
Oh,
there you go.
Look at that.
I watch so much YouTube. You guys don't even understand.
See, there's my problem. I don't watch enough YouTube.
Correspondent.
It's 4 of them. So it was Derek from Vice Grips Garage, Alex Taylor, Tony Angelo, and Tate.
So Tate does have a vibe.
Yeah. He does a lot of vibe content.
I'm sure he's got a vibe.
Oh yeah. He does a lot of vibe content. No, I'm with you there. He actually ended up driving a Geo Metro for the second half because he blew up his Aztec. And the Geo Metro was the backup car, like the sight car for the sight lap.
Also much better than everybody gave it credit for originally, by the way.
Honestly, it made great lap times.
Good cars.
Driven aggressively.
I am so offended by Cybertrucks that it's just gotten worse.
This is fucking tits on a log.
Okay.
That's Tate's. Oh, shit. It's a Pontiac. Tate is driving a Pontiac Vibe.
We've seen it.
I know. I'm telling you, well, or whatever. I don't care. Tate doesn't have an Aztec. He has a Pontiac Vibe.
That he owns. Yes, absolutely. For the O'Reilly's Auto Parts thing, they were provided. They were all provided Aztecs, and he broke it.
Whatever.
And then he had to drive a Geo Metro.
I
just learned this.
I'd probably take the Metro over the Vibe or the Aztec.
I think Tony Angelo ended up second place. I think.
I don't even know who that is. So I knew one name in that series of names.
Tate Morgan.
Yeah.
old Drift Alliance guy did Hot Rod Garage.
Yeah, he was an old drifter and then got into hot rod stuff. And then Derek with Vice Grip Garage, you wouldn't know him because that's not your vibe, but he rescues old cars from barns and stuff and drives them home and does cool stuff.
That guy is insanely.
Man, we've said vibe a lot on this.
Insanely popular. And very well followed. And I could pick him out of a crowd now because I know who he is by that. But I have not ever watched one bit of his content or even been suggested part of his content. It's never happened.
It takes a person that wants to, because you got to get through a bunch of garbage. In my opinion, I don't like all the fluff stuff that he does. The other stuff, the actual like wrenching on a car in a barn, getting things running is pretty cool. He's got a lot of like old school hot rod tricks of using a dollar bill to clean the points and like doing these other cool, this is what you got to check when you're doing this. And if you're going for your first startup, these are the things that matter. And he's got a lot of that stuff going for him. But then he says things like the sparkulators are sparking. And like, you're like, well, okay, whatever. But he does a lot of it. And so every car he gets in is the worst smelling car it's ever been. And he can't get away with the mouse smell. And maybe it does smell bad, but all of them do. And so it's like a whole shtick for a 5-minute period. And then you get to like, now he's actually road tripping this car like 500 miles that hasn't run in 30 years. That's cool to me. You just save something from a barn and you're driving it home and you're doing all the work for that. That's pretty rad. But yeah, I understand why it wouldn't be suggested to you. It's no, Hoonigan in their prime. It's no Donut Media in their prime content.
I've never watched any of those ever.
Oh, aren't you cool? That's fine.
I never watched Hoonigan shit. So Drift Alliance, I've seen that logo, and so I've probably seen old videos, but I've never like followed them.
That would have been when Tony Angelo was racing, because Tony Angelo was one of the early guys to bring the Driftline stuff into the U.S. and do races on the East Coast, if I remember correctly. He was one of the
just like a crew of Northeast drift guys.
Yeah.
So, like
cool.
Von Gittin, what's his name with the Turk, like all those
Turk,
all those like Northeast drift people. He's part of that crew. That's why.
Yeah.
I did watch. First off, I take offense to I've never watched any of this type of content, and good for you. There was just saying.
I enjoy it. I get to watch it with Miles, and it's fun.
I did watch the donut video on the Jeep Liberty.
Jeep Liberty, yeah,
and
I watched it too.
I gotta say, Colin, don't watch it if you don't want to. Like, that's not whatever. Don't waste your time. It's pretty well produced. That Zach guy has grown on me a lot. I think he fits really well as a host of a show as opposed to a silly Instagram guy. So that's kind of cool. Like, I was excited to see him. I was like, hey, this guy made it from being a silly internet guy to like hosting a show. Like, I know he's not a millionaire because he's on YouTube. Like, that's, I believe me, I'm intimately aware of how that part of that works now. But like,
well, we're on YouTube. Are we millionaires yet?
Yeah, well,
I'm working on it. Yeah, I'm pretty close
you didn't
to
get your check yet?
First. We have to split it so many ways that we can't actually.
Yeah. Anyways, so that part, like, kudos to that guy because I think that he fits well. The premise of it is pretty okay. Is what's going on. Like it was like so close, and like I still fundamentally think that it would be really fun to do it, but there's a couple things that they did that I was like, no, I wouldn't have done it that way. Like, they did not put better tires on it, like, on purpose. And I was like, come on, this is a silly thing.
See,
just put better tires on it and like do it. But they were really courteous about trail. Like, they really made a good point to say things about it. They had Stellar built with them as a guide.
They showed some cool crawling by those guys every once in a while.
They did. They put it up, spoiler alert, but again, you're not going to watch it. They put it up Soup Bowl, and that was pretty funny. And it made me go, oh man, like if Dave didn't care about his Jeep, and even less, like, he could have gotten further than that thing and it would have been funny. And that just like, it brought back some good memories of us struggling on the trail and having fun through the struggle.
I agree.
And I don't know. I thought it was pretty feel good.
Girl, I don't remember her name, so I apologize. If she's watching, I apologize that I don't remember your name. But she's a city girl who's been wrenching on cars and stuff, but she didn't know anything about off-roading, and it was cool to watch her kind of like spark in that. I like this. I really like this. I got to figure out how to do more of this. I want to, be on more of these trails. I want to do more of this stuff. And I liked that part because it was, I don't know, that's how we all started at some point where we were like, this is cool. I want to do more of this.
I thought it was good, wholesome content. So anyways, then I'll get off my soapbox with it. One more time, Cybertrucks suck. And then I want to share one more news
say
thing.
it as many times as you want.
So did we ever figure out a car that is worse than a Cybertruck?
There isn't one. That doesn't.
Okay. I think I'm with that. Yeah.
I mean,
I'll find a correction for you on the next episode.
Challenge. Good luck.
A Reliant Robin.
No, they're cool.
Oh,
I heard those are actually good cars. They just roll over.
Yeah. Just because it rolls over doesn't mean it's not
It doesn't
cool.
make it a bad car.
This is an article that is interesting. CEO of Ford, Jim Farley, wants an off-road Raptor supercar. I think we maybe kind of briefly touched.
We talked about these a while
point.
back. Yeah.
Yep.
It's not unlikely, and it seems pretty in character with the Mustang GTD coming out. But basically, he's talking about in a podcast or something that he wants 1,000 horsepower, like sand supercar. This is the Dakar Raptor thing.
Mm-hmm.
So not that, but some sort of street car. But I quoted it in here somewhere. I thought this was the funniest statement. Okay. This quote from him is hilarious. He says, that would be a great direction for our company, Farley continued, referencing the idea of a bespoke and standalone off-road supercar. These Raptor people are telling us something. They're not stupid. They're really smart people. They spend $120,000 on an 800 horsepower pickup truck. Out of context, especially to someone who is not a car person, that is the dumbest quote I've ever heard.
Right.
That feels like shade to me.
Yeah, like, what does that even mean?
He's a CEO.
Like, that sounds like something
He's a CEO,
I
not
would
a car
say
guy, yeah.
as a sarcastic thing
is
to
a
somebody
car
who
guy.
had just bought one.
That's
but he's not living in the car guy level that we are. So
No,
CEO car guys are buying
poor?
GTs and they're buying, that's a different point. Is all I'm saying. We would all laugh at that.
I could totally hear Donald Trump saying that
Thank
sentence.
you.
Not being political, but like
it reads in that way.
This would be a great direction for our company.
Those rap people.
To tell
They're
us
the best people.
They're the best.
$120,000 is a supercar. I'm telling you, boys. They don't mind.
They're not stupid.
They're going to use the money.
Really
on
smart
something.
people. They're the smartest people.
They're the smartest people.
I read that and I was just like,
such a Donald Trump line.
I don't understand how you just did that. Like,
you're fired.
I think the idea is not unfounded. I get the premise,
I think it'll sell
but the way he said it was like, I mean, they sold out of the GTD, which is insane. It is a $300-something thousand base price GT3-ish Mustang that is not as good as a race car and a little better than a GT500 street car. And they sold out of them.
The next generation GT500, he even told everybody you should wait for that.
Yeah, just like, hey, this is
it's
special.
like the 2026 is going to be better, and then they were like,
it's going to be bigger. It's going to be better.
It's going to be so much better.
Maybe Jim Farley's just
the ones they've got now. They're terrible. I can't believe how bad they are.
I don't know why people are buying them. We'll sell them. They want them. I'll sell them. It's the art of the deal.
Standing in
I'm so glad we're all
office.
really bad at a Trump impression. God, we're so bad at it. But
that's as good of an impression as he deserves.
Yeah,
there you go. That's how political we'll get. Sean,
you lost your mic.
Audio's ruined.
Yeah.
Everything's gone. Good job. You fucking ruined it.
You broke it. Your fan's still spinning. I can see that.
Yep.
It's extra funny. I have like 11% battery left on my iPad, so I'll probably be
Why aren't you plugged
I
in?
am. It's so mad at me.
It's all the zooming in and out.
No.
It's causing so much stress. You need a doubler between your camera and your battery is what you need.
No.
Reducing the stress on the battery.
No.
Yeah.
You don't say. Oh, we lost Sean completely.
Lost Sean. We're fixing Mike's iPad now.
Back. What a technical cluster.
Is it charging now?
Oh, yeah. It says charging. We've gone from 7% to 8% already.
Told you.
Look at us.
Wow.
Guys,
just the adapter.
Welcome to the Campfire Passport Technology Podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of technology.
Ooh.
Nice.
So Sean had one, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll do two and then you do one and then I'll do two.
Great. Perfect.
Okay. Where should we start?
Lowest to the ground.
Oh, good.
Ooh, wow.
That's a good one.
Lowest to the ground. That was a quick on the draw for Sean there.
He's been thinking about that for a minute.
Yeah, probably.
I was looking at something, so it tipped me off.
I was looking at something. All right. Well, let's just do this then. Come on. Here we go. So lowest to the ground is a 68 Chevrolet Impala Fastback.
Move on.
49,000. It's purple. It's got some Daytons on it that are very tiny. And it's got a custom interior and Dakota digital dash. Fresh rebuilt 350. Chrome serpentine dress-up kit. Impala has a nice sound system to it that sounds clear and loud. The car has two 10-inch subs with Baymass speakers around car to complement the low mids and high quality in sounds. This is really well written. Also, it has two custom kick panels with 6.5 Baymas. In the rear, I have a custom package tray with two 8-inch Bayma speakers on the tray. Car is sitting on 13x7 72 spoke Zenith wire wheels, so my apologies. Painted to match with 520 premium Sportway tires. Hoppo's 2-pump, 6 battery, hydraulic, front, back, side. Paint has a few spot that needs some TLC, but it's a solid car. Come check it out. 49,000. Message me any questions. If it's here, don't ask if it's available. Red Corona. So, she purple. She been at car shows.
Oh, it's very purple.
Oh my,
it's got a lot of purple.
That's quite the airbrush interior purple too.
This is better than most lowriders we've looked at on here.
Oh man. Ooh. Even the engine bay?
Does have an aluminum radiator.
Well,
looks right.
Is that just a Chevy 350? Do they say?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a freshly
with a chrome dress-up kit.
Rebuilt.
It says chrome serpentine dress-up kit. It's got a billet accessory drive on it. Like, that's not... I mean, I guess that's what it is, but also...
Shiny means chrome, Sean. Come on.
Chrome will get you home.
You should know this. So here's
clean.
this little box weirds me out.
That's definitely...
That's where them subs is.
Yeah.
It must have a pass-through behind the back seat or something. Or in between the back seat or something.
Or it's that part of that center console.
Yeah. Does it show? Are there any?
Yeah.
Yeah. Are there any back seats at all?
I don't see any back seat
because he was talking about.
Yeah, it's got
kind of.
in the back.
Oh, yes, it's got the center console thing right there. Man, those seats too.
I cannot find a flaw.
I just want to see the whole top of the car. Like what? How did they do? How did it look?
Yeah, because the airbrushing is all on the top side.
It's beautiful
as well.
The guy has
big
a freaking potato for a camera phone.
This person cares
well,
about
it's screenshots. Yeah,
technology is not this person's thing.
Technology.
No, but
technology.
Having cool shit is their thing.
Yeah, I guess. Just has cool shit.
That wagon behind there is pretty neat.
I know. I was just about to say that wagon. Ooh.
Where's this at?
This is in Gresham.
Sean's going to send an offer.
So right up the street from Jesse.
Dude, I mean, and honestly, that's a pretty okay price for that thing. That's like
60. Yeah, what was it, 26 something?
49.
Oh, 49. Where did I get
26? I don't know where you got 26,
I'm
man.
off.
But
it was
26. Off the game. 26. Somebody should buy that very fast.
That sounds like I thought that was insane. Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah, under 50,000 though even still seems like a low price.
I think it's a good price. Yeah.
I'm 100% in.
I don't like lust after a late 60s Impala, but that is the one. That thing is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Me too.
What a winner.
Well, that's 4 of us that are 100% in.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next lowest to the ground is going to be this guy.
Oh, that's the lowest. That's the next lowest.
This is the next lowest.
Rolling up real fast.
81 Vanagon, $500. It did sell. So the body is on a 95 Jeep Cherokee frame, which doesn't make sense to me.
There's no frame.
Jeep Cherokees don't have a frame.
That's not good.
Jeep motor and transmission. The body is mounted to the frame good, but there is still some welding to do.
Wait a minute. Are you allowed to sit in the front?
They don't have frames.
But also the engine's in the front, which is in the where
wiring
you sit.
harness is all there. It will run once the radiator, power steering, and brakes are plumbed in. Driveline is hooked up to the rear axle, so it will drive once the other stuff is done.
Okay.
Located in Olympia. So here's the thing. Maybe it's on the frame backwards. So you have 5 reverse gears, but the engine's in the back that way. See,
you might as well just flip around the seats and put them in the back too. Because
I can tell you that's not true because you can see the leaf springs in the back. Unfortunately,
yeah.
Because I like your idea there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious if that wheelbase, because it's slightly off,
there are seats
actually not modified. Like, is that an XJ wheelbase under? Oh my God, there's the engine.
Oh God, there it is.
No.
Notice where the shifter is.
The shifter is behind you. So the back seat shifts.
Honestly, the engine's in a way better spot than I thought it was going to be. I assumed that half of it would be in the front seat compartment, half of it would be in the second row. But I gave Jeep a little more credit about where that's at.
Yeah. I'm still curious where he got an XJ frame.
I'm curious of, like how in the hell did you mount it?
Well,
quote
you look
unquote,
there.
Good. It's mounted good.
They just cut the firewall out and cut the body off.
Yeah, they just cut around the frame rails. Man. Gonna want some stiffeners.
Mounted good.
But they don't have they don't even have frame rails. I'm wondering.
I think it's the unibody out of a Jeep, just from the door sills down. They just left that whole unibody because that's what all the suspension has to attach to. Like, you're sitting on coil buckets, by the way, in the front there. The shocks.
I don't need to hypothesize anymore about how the fuck he fucked this thing. I am a no. 100%. I want zero to do with this vehicle.
Also, no.
Yeah, I'm a no. Colin?
I'm also.
I was gonna say I don't think I need to ask, but I'm
really
pretty
into
confident.
This, actually, I don't know if you guys.
There is too much tomfuckery in that thing. Oh God.
Oh, that's so funny. My turn. Let's see here. I had a realization today, since the game is would you pay money for that, and we've talked about many times the price is supposed to be a secondary thing. We can talk about it, but it's not supposed to affect your decision. Auction sites make a great would you pay money for this, because it's not the final sales price a lot of times.
Right.
So you can look at it and the price doesn't really matter. This I didn't know existed. And I don't know if, I'm assuming Colin probably did, but I have never heard of or seen one of these. So this is a 93 Audi S4 factory 4.2 V8 with a manual. Apparently, this was an option. No idea. I don't think I like it any more than a 5-cylinder, but it's cool. Also, this is one of the better conditioned ones that I've seen for sale. It's just really clean and stock.
They took a nice amount of interior photos.
Well, yeah, Cars and Beds, 228 photos on this thing. So.
Oh no, he had 69 interior photos.
Nice. I see. I
glad I'm the only one that picked up on that.
I'm always last to that joke. Oh
man,
what was I going to say? I like this thing. I've teased like a few of these cars, I think, on the podcast, and they usually fail because they're usually piles of shit. This one is not.
Yeah.
No, anyways, I like it.
I think I'd pay money for this. I think this is maybe one of my favorite early S4 Avants. I don't know. I like it. I wanted to see the engine bay. That's what I was trying to do. I didn't look at that earlier.
Yeah, I'd like to see that. I would be interested to know what people are saying in the top of the bidding comments. Like, it's always funny to see how people are responding or what kind of questions they're asking.
Yeah, it's usually a mix.
I'm super into this.
Some of them are hilarious. Some of them are like, do you know if the shift boot leather is original? And you're like, it's a red.
I was looking on here, and there's a Polaris Razor that was modified, apparently, it says like allegedly, by Porsche Engineering. And it's interesting because it's obviously an engineering exercise kind of vehicle. They like lowered it and took the front diff out of it and stuff. And one of the comments is like, if you know it has warning lights for a missing front differential and no traction control, wouldn't you fix these before selling the vehicle? And the seller was just like, no. It's not fixable. It was designed.
We did this on purpose
to be this way. There's no fix.
That's funny. That's why I really enjoy. Like, just you get a eclectic group of folks on this. It's only $5,000 right now. You should put a bid in, Sean.
Thinking about
I'll
it.
put in a bid for $5,200. If I get that thing for $5,200. Yeah, I'm on
somebody complaining about parts availability. Go up just a little bit.
Hold on, this is just a dumb thing. Somebody says just to save people some googling, I think this is an ABH, does not have OBD2, and uses Bosch Motronic 2.4. Well, no shit, it's a 94. It does not have OBD2 because that's standardized in 96. Everybody knows this. Oh, thank you.
All cars prior to 1986 are non-OBD2. Yeah, it's like, hey, dipshit.
Thank you, dumbass.
It sounds like somebody was complaining about parts availability, and this guy's like, well, yeah, you can get parts for them. They're all over the place, just maybe not so much in the U.S.
Yeah. I mean, not the easiest thing, but anyways.
Yeah,
No.
I mean, any pre-96
Any-
Audi
well-
is not is it.
Yeah.
There's not a lot around in to get stuff for. Like,
And I think
it's tough.
this
But
is
that motor was in other vehicles, right?
It was in the Audi V8 Quattro
Mhm.
Yeah.
and this.
and this.
There's less. There's
Less V8 Quattros than that.
like
There's probably less
there
of
were
these
more
than 5 cylinders.
Yeah, there's less than these than there were the 5-cylinder ones, but all of the V8s added together still don't add up to how many 5-cylinder ones there were.
Okay.
So
Yeah, hard to get
Yeah.
parts for. And I think this is why you buy one like you did your V8, Colin, which is the
Mhm.
best one you can find, which is probably this. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I
It's
like
a
it.
yeah. I'm a yeah. I'm 100% yeah. That was easy.
I like that the bark was your yes.
Dale says
sounding
yes
now.
too.
Yeah.
go ahead, Mike.
I'm gonna say yes.
Wow, we got a yes out of Mike on this. I like it.
Oh, I had a V8 Audi and I very much enjoyed it. And I've had a few Audi wagons and I very much enjoyed them.
I don't know.
And they might not have been the ways that you guys wanted them to be built, but I liked them and they were good. One of my things that I always say about all of the Audis that I've had so far is that at least they're more fun than my GTIs have been. I keep going back to GTIs thinking they're going to be a fun driving car, and after a certain amount of time, and I've always had the newer ones, they're just boring. They're fast, they can do things, they're not exciting in the same way. They're not as much fun or as spirited, let's say.
This one will not.
No.
No,
I was gonna
but
say,
this
I-
is cool.
It's not-
This is
it's
cool
not
in its own
exactly
way.
I don't
This
know.
is
it's
cool
not
in a
exactly
different way.
big power V8.
No, I understand that. I understand that completely.
It is a manual V8, which is
Still
which is
cool.
cool. Like,
Yep.
that's cool.
But it's not for that. It's a bigger car than what I would want for a fun car. I drive a Miata.
That's a much more
So-
fun car.
This would be a cruise around, bring the kids, go on a road trip.
I think it's really cool. I mean, obviously it's crazy rare, but I think if I'm looking for one of these, it's a 5.
Gotta be a
It's
5-cylinder,
a 20. It's got to be a 20.
Yeah, okay.
You know, and this isn't my favorite of the early wagons. I have a huge admiration for them, but it's not. I mean, again, it's not the one
Would you want to put
that I want. You know,
boost to your 5-cylinder?
Yeah, because they made these
Yeah,
with the 5 cylinders. That's
we talked about that. But aren't they non-turbo? And
no,
they're turbo factory. Okay,
Yeah, so
Mhm.
S4s are
but
weird.
this is the
yeah,
but this is the big
got it.
wagon.
Yeah.
Where the one that I want
the
is
little guy.
small.
The,
Is the
the
small.
little wagon.
It's not really little, but the littler
It's not
one.
super little, but it's smaller than
Comparatively
this. Yeah, so
little wagon. Yeah.
for me, as much as I like it, yeah,
Womp
because
womp.
I've got a V8. It's not going to be any more fun
Than the-
in
yeah.
that than it is in my car.
Is yours a 4.2 or is it a 3.8?
No, mine's the
3.6.
3.6.
Okay, so well then you get a 4.2 and a manual out of this. You can use it as a donor
Yeah,
car.
which it's not even worth the swap.
Be a great 40 horsepower.
That kind of power, that power increase for that much work, not worth it. All right, so let's see. It's definitely this guy. Okay, so this one, I've got a kind of a funny pre-story for it. I was talking to my Faja about, he's getting out of the motorcycle game because he feels a little too old for it now, especially for a big dress bike like he's been riding. And so I've been joking with him about project car or a crawler or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, I mean, if we get you into something cool that's a wheeling rig, I was like, you come down wheeling with me, go to Rubicon with me, because he was so on me about, man, I'm jealous you got to go to
My dad said
do the
same
Rubicon
thing.
and all this, and he was all hyped up about it. And so I was like,
My dad went and bought a Rubicon.
I showed him this because he is a former Iron Pig owner back in the day, back when they were fairly new. And so what we have here is a 1970 Land Cruiser, it's funny that it's Land Cruiser Sport Utility. It's a FJ55, so the Iron Pig, Chevy 350, 1 tons, SM 465 4-speed, NP 203 205. with the fine spline doubler and twin sticks. Front 60 ARB, full float rear, 14 bolt, grizzly locker, 488s, 40s, they're Treps.
I love a Trepador. I love Trepadors.
And then Trailworthy Fab double bead locks, FJ80 brake booster, 1-ton master cylinder, 44044 front leaf springs, 63 rears, high steer, hydro assist, 90s Prelude seats for Sean in good condition with waterproof seat covers. Bunch of spare parts in the lockbox with room in bed for fridge and camping gear.
All right.
Currently plated and registered, non-op in California, but located in Corvallis. Have doors, but the B-pillar will need to be removed to be put back on. I don't know if this is hinting to anything for you yet. 13K, not in a hurry to sell. Okay,
Okay. Has it been trucked? Has it been Jeep? Oh, somebody cut the back off.
Yeah.
I've done this before. It doesn't make it better.
It's Mike's XJ.
It doesn't make it better.
But I made jokes with my dad, like this thing would go and do literally everything I've done and more and better.
Yeah, and you'd never have a problem.
And that's a super easy LS swap.
Never have any issues. Drive it anywhere. And I was like, Dad, you'd drive that on the street.
Did they
Nobody'd give you any guff.
Is it TBI or do they know?
Yeah.
Or does it show if it's a?
Yeah,
TBI. So that'd be fine.
I mean, that'd be fine. You would never need to swap anything as long as it continues to work.
A big block in it or something, but
yeah, no. But for somebody else's dad, I'm not going to give them a big block because you should put a big block and a turbo in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would buy that. 100%. I'd buy that.
Yeah,
that's very well set up. I mean,
those rock lights are stupid.
You can't go wrong with it.
Yeah, I think it's great. It's a great use of an FJ55 too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say yes as well.
The cut's silly, but like you said, Colin, like just drive in the summer with no doors or whatever and wheel it. Like that'd be awesome.
Yeah,
such a fun.
Throw a tarp over it in the winter, and then when you want to go out snow wheeling, pull the tarp off.
He's got a garage.
Yeah.
He's got a garage. Put it in the garage. Goes right in the garage.
He doesn't have a garage and a big metal building next to it, or right, or something like that. Didn't it? Wasn't there a big metal storage building?
We've got he's got a pull-through shed that he puts the trailer in. He could park this right next to the trailer.
I remember that big ass
totally
building.
fine. Yeah. He's set.
He could leave in the winter. He could put a heat lamp on it, pre-warm it in the winter, and get out of there.
Yeah.
I'm with it.
This thing is super cool. I also would pay money for it.
Yeah. That's a win.
Yeah. It's a total that's like the perfect explanation of a Iron Pig wheeling rig.
It's funny.
Like that's pretty well executed.
A lot of potential for weird stuff to happen there, and not bad. Not bad at all.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's like the back is some sort of tub.
Yeah.
Yeah, real high bedsides.
And no tailgate.
Just the factory body line.
I feel like I've seen that bed on a farm somewhere. Horses drinking out of it.
I think people use it I think it's a hot tub. Cut the back off.
It's right at the tailgate.
Just a cut off ugly Land Cruiser. I like them.
Perfect.
Curious how this works. This looks like there's a joint there on the bar that wraps around the tailgate. I'm kind of curious how this all mechanisms out of the way to use the tailgate.
I think they have a regular tailgate, don't they?
I thought they did.
Yeah.
I believe so. I might have seen one barn door though before. Have I?
No, they have a roll down back window.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, there's a joint here. It's got to be. I wonder if you can take this bar out, and then the tailgate can come down. Take this center of this top bar out. Anyway, thing's cool.
Yeah.
Would pay money.
Yeah,
definitely.
All of us. Okay. All right. So last one.
Man.
Is a 72 Ford Bronco for $100,000. This is a 72 buggy.
There are barn door options.
Bronco buggy crawler.
Sorry, everybody keeps saying I'm wrong.
I didn't say
no,
it.
not you. But this is twice now. I'm just bringing it up. There are barn door options.
Mike, you're right.
Please continue, Colin.
Thank you.
Sean's window covers might work in that one then.
No kidding.
Custom build, everything is new. 450 horsepower, 4-speed, 205 twin stick, and turning brakes for front dig, 1-ton axles, all chromoly, Yukon lockers, axles, etc. 42s.
Can't lose.
Side or SX2 ATX bead locks, clean title, cleaning out the shop,
Jesus.
and this and needs to go. Too many toys, not enough time.
I'd like to see what other toys this person has.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, this picture looks like it's from 1994 that he scanned on with his fucking scanner.
I think that's a current picture based on the black California plate, but it just looks like it was maybe taken with a
potato.
I was thinking maybe a 35mm camera and then scanned.
Dude. LS, it says LS Bronco.
Yeah.
So
it's not as shiny in this picture.
I think it's more sun or something.
That is funky looking, actually, to me.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously...
It's just stretched out.
It's already
weird
much
look.
A tube chassis. Yeah, I mean...
Man, all these pictures have been terrible. This is the best picture so far.
They don't know their angles.
Oof, man.
Turn brake in there. That is interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
rear winch.
Yeah.
Rear
I don't...
winch.
This thing is like...
God, the body is so high compared to the...
Yeah.
It's
rest
it's
of everything.
cool. Like, I get it. It's cool. Like,
Turn brake.
I kind of like the color.
I do
dig
like the color.
Wood steer. I dig the wood steering wheel. It's got all the right parts, but I'm not into it. I know we're not supposed to take money into it account, but it's like I could buy a whole lot of other things that I would want to drive more than that. Right parts, wrong look. So I'm a no.
I think you could like exchange that. Bear with me here because I'm going to do a terrible job explaining that.
I could put
we're going to rebuild this thing.
You put a Ranger body on top of it.
No. Yeah. I was going to say
you put a Ford Ranger body on it.
You could put that on the Rubicon or whatever and exchange the body for a JK, an FJ40, whatever, a Blazer. There's like, we've all seen this rig, the like way overdone tube chassis with either it started out as a thing or they have put something on it and it's got all the asterisk parts.
I might like it better if it started out as a VW thing.
There you go. They just, it's just like, it's got the recipe. It's got all the things that you would ever do. And
that front looks like, I don't mean to interrupt you, Sean, just before Colin changes the picture, but like that front end looks like Angry Johnny 5 from Short Circuit.
I think the only thing I don't like about it is the body, which is silly because you could have put an unmodified Bronco body from that era, and I'd have been like, "That's rad."
Well, maybe you didn't have one to start with. I don't know.
Well, if you don't dovetail it, I think it'd be really cool.
Everything is pushed up so high. I think is why it looks funky. Like the whole body itself. So he like pushed it up high so that he could boat side it without cutting the bottom of the doors and stuff off. But it's like you cut up so much of this already. What's the problem with cutting the doors down a little bit?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like, I mean, it doesn't even have fenders,
It could be a lot.
And I think that the whole front is stretched out.
I think it might be.
Yeah.
And also, I don't really like the way they cut the half doors or 3/4 doors or whatever you want to call them. I don't know.
I like that they're finished. That looks nice.
Yeah, that's nice, but it's like, right work, wrong design.
So would I pay money for this?
Wrong execution?
I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to put a flat fender body on it. I mean, you're just cutting the body out. At this point, none of this, yes, it is. You can modify any vehicle you buy, and would you pay money for that? You are not required to keep it stock forever.
Yeah.
We often look at vehicles that are broken and immovable, so you have to be able to modify them. I'm going to put a flat fender body on it or a CJ 5 body and make it fit. And I'm going to be happy with it.
Yeah, I think
it'll do all the things forever.
I think I'm with Mike here on part of this because I look at this and I think if this was the same, even goofy ass looking thing, but it was a square body Blazer or a FJ40 or something, I think I'd be way into it. So I think as a combination of parts, if in this theoretical world, I was looking for the perfect show quality, has everything you'd ever need kind of crawler. This fits the bill. Like, it's good enough. I like it. I'm not in love with it, but it is super impressive, and I cannot imagine.
It just needs trapdoors.
Could you just
and a body swap?
No way.
That would be so much fun.
I love the SX2s.
I mean,
those tires are sweet.
Like,
if I had the money, I'd put them on the crawler.
This is a little bit like looking at like a, I don't know, like some Lamborghini, Hurricane. Oh my God, I can't believe I just did that. Huracan, Sterrato, or what? Like some ridiculous car that I would not be buying, but it's like a track day toy thing. Like, I would love to drive that. This is kind of the crawling version of that. Like, I would like to drive this. So I'm going to say yes based on that.
I bet you could speed run the Rubicon.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like they spared any expense. I guarantee you that motor is well done. I guarantee you. I mean, the exhaust manifolds are chrome.
Oh, wait. It's a 4-speed. I might be back now.
Sean's backing out of the deal.
if it's a 4-speed, it's probably the SM465.
Yeah, that's
which
I just don't want it.
I mean, paired up with the doubler is just crazy low.
Yeah, but what kind of torque is that putting on the wheels?
Nice.
Probably enough to break an axle shaft.
All right, Colin.
This thing's breaking axle shafts for sure.
I can't. No.
Yeah, I saw that coming from a mile away.
Yeah, it's not for me because it just does that whole. It's too much.
It's a lot.
I feel like there's too much going on.
I feel like 6 hits into trees and rocks into that body, and it's no longer show quality looking. And all of us are like, "That's pretty cool."
I don't know. I still think I would look at it and be like, "Why does it fucking look
crunched
like
a bit?"
Yeah, that's true.
Like, why is this JK front bumper on the back here?
It's easier,
and then the body's mounted over the top of it. It's just it doesn't. Yeah. There's so much stuff that's like I don't. I mean, and then this bumper is way down here, and then the body. I mean, we've got 8 inches between the bumper and the bottom of the grill. I mean, how tall is a license plate? That's 6 to 8 inches probably. And I don't.
Yeah, at least 6 inches.
It just there's too much stuff. It's like everything is pushed up like it's got a body lift or some crap.
Yeah.
Like how cars look when they've got body lifts on top of everything. That's exactly what this looks like. And to me, if you're building something that serious, it shouldn't end up looking like you just have a giant body lift on your Bronco.
Yeah,
sure.
That's why I'm going to cut the body off, put a Jeep body on it.
That's why I'm not going to be looking at the outside from the inside.
Yeah.
You just have to be seen in it. That's the problem.
What's the Cat Williams thing? That's the thing about spinning rims.
As you can't see him spinning.
You can't see him spinning.
You just put that concept car camo wrap over it, so nobody has to see it. Nobody knows what shape it is.
Probably look pretty cool.
All the photographs.
Wrap it in a packing blanket.
All kinds of triangles and weird shapes. Yeah, can't photograph me.